A wild win for one of our McCracken sports teams while the season ends for two others.
And you can earn college credit for several classes while still in high school. What you need to know about dual credit as Mustang TV News starts right now. This is Mustang TV News for the week of Friday, October 18th. I'm Caleb Watley.
And I'm Ty Gathright. WKCTC has recently visited MCHS to help students submit for dual credit classes in the spring semester.
For those interested in taking any, Mustang TV's Riley Burgard shows us how they work.
Dual credit classes are similar to AP classes, with the key differences being that performance in the class will directly affect your college transcript, and that the credit being transferred over is determined by if you pass the class or not by a final test like AP classes. While classes are taken here, there are opportunities for going to the West Kentucky College for dual credit. We asked Ms. Morris how that process works.
So when a student wants to take a dual credit class, really the process for applying is the same. They would fill out the same application, they would do the same dual credit forms, but they would choose to take a specific dual credit class based on their schedule.
These classes are harder and are structured like a standard college class, but the reward is college credit, which will help students graduate college faster. Because of how these classes are structured, students will have college textbooks to read off of. We asked Ms. Goatley how students will get these textbooks.
It depends on which classes they take. So students who take classes here at McCracken County, lots of them have the textbooks already provided. Our English classes do require an online textbook that's required by the college. So that is a cost to the student. Usually it's about $60 a semester. But our history class we have here, our math class we have here, those textbooks are included, and some other classes that we have too.
If these classes interest you and you want to know more, talk to your counselor and go to the WKCTC website. Sign up as soon as possible to further your chances of getting a spot.
Here at MCHS, we have a lot of opportunities for every student. With this, there's a diverse selection of clubs, sports, and other school activities. Mustang TV News is starting a new weekly club spotlight.
Welcome to Club Spotlight, where we show you one of the many clubs you can do here at MCHS. This week's spotlight is the MCHS Law and Public Safety Club, a club for people hoping to become one of the law. Everyone who participates will learn things about the government laws. The club is hosted by Mr. Wentworth, the criminal justice teacher.
We're preparing for competitions in the spring. They have a law enforcement officer competition to where it would be a one officer scenario-based call, and you compete on how well you did in that scenario. It might be a domestic violence call, and how you would properly treat people and resolve their issues, and sometimes even make an arrest.
There are flyers located all throughout the school if you're interested to join, or you could go see Mr. Wentworth.
There are a lot of people who seem to not know where the Lost and Found is, or that we even have one. Darren Frommeyer is one of the school resource officers here at McCracken County High School. His office is located between House 4 and 5 on the bottom floor next to the auditorium. The Lost and Found is also in his office. If you lost anything, just go see him.
Right now we have cell phones, AirPods, we have 4 Apple Watches, so if you've lost an Apple Watch in the last couple of years, come see me, it might be yours. We have a lot of jewelry, so if you can identify your jewelry, we may have it.
The library also has one for clothes or bottles or anything not expensive. They have a Lost and Found near the library entrance, and for more expensive stuff, you have to ask the librarians about that.
Parent-teacher conferences will be held at the school on Thursday, October 24th from 3 to 5 p.m. Parents will need to schedule a meeting with the teachers on this day to discuss student academic and behavioral performance. The next parent-teacher conferences will be January 16th and March 4th.
Doors have started popping up around campus. The maintenance department built 2 doors over fall break which open up to closets. The purpose of these closets is to create more storage space, especially for the cleaning supplies found underneath the stairs. Principal Jonathan Smith, who made this project happen, is excited to have some extra space in the hallways.
I'm here with Coach Smith right now. What is the purpose of what we are standing in front of right now?
Well, so most people know when you walk down the building that underneath all of our stairwells, we've had an indentation in the hallway that was really, I would call it wasted space. I mean, there really wasn't a lot instructionally that you could do with it. Well, here you have a need for storage, whether that is custodial storage or whether that is classroom supply storage. So we just try to be efficient with our space. I want people to be proud of how clean our school is that they go to school in and how clean our school is where they come to work every day. So I think this is a small opportunity to help organize things more in the building to make us more efficient.
While there are currently 2 closets, one in downstairs house 2 and one in upstairs house 4, there will soon be 2 more built, one in the front hallway and one in upstairs house 5. Our school went into an earthquake drill on Wednesday, along with millions of people across the world as part of October 17th International Shakeout Day. International Shakeout Day spreads awareness of the protocols for staying safe in an event that an earthquake would happen. Always be ready to take cover in the event of an earthquake, and be ready to participate in this event again next year. 2 new podcasts have sparked the interest of students all over the school.
One is courtesy of 3 students, and the other is brought to us by the Remix Club. Mustang TV, Sabrina Stinson and Sophia Whitty have heard their stories.
The Horsin' Around podcast airs every week on Wednesday and is run by Joey Thompson, Marshall Reed, and Braden Davis. This podcast interviews students and teachers from around the school as well as discusses hot topics for teens.
We have friends who are just like all over the place, so we just ask them if they want to be on, and then we get them on, and then we talk about that topic. But usually we go off script. We get the topic over with, and then we mess around. We horse around.
Another podcast that has popped up is the Remix podcast. This podcast covers a different topic each month dealing with equality and inclusivity. Cece Soto and her team have been a group for 3 years and felt that they could better convey their message through a podcast.
Our podcast is about showing equity to everybody, and each month there's a different topic, and we talk about why it's important to learn about in the school, or why it's important to just know in the community of why this topic should be known about.
Be sure to tune in for the new podcast episodes. They could be found on the MCHS media page on all podcast platforms, but especially Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you can't find it and want to listen to it, email Ms. Griffith.
A wild win over fall break as the season continues for the McCracken County football team. We head to the field where we have reporter Zach Pote standing by.
Thank you, Brody. Henderson led the Mustangs 28-7 early in the first half, but 2 late scores by the Mustangs put them down only 28-21 going into halftime. After half, the Mustangs went on a 17-7 run to go up 38-35 heading to the fourth quarter. Henderson wouldn't let that stand, however, as 2 late scores gave them a 50-38 lead with just 2 minutes left in the game. Then, the comeback began. The Mustangs drove down the field and scored with only half a minute remaining, and a successful onside kick gave them the perfect field position for the win. Then, they went for it all with 10 seconds remaining.
O'Neal gets the snap, drops back, he's looking, throws towards the end zone, it is
there was really no time left on the clock, and we really needed to make something happen. And Coach threw up a good play, and I just threw it, and it got completed by Vaughn. He caught it, and we won the game.
The Mustangs completed the comeback in the game of the year for an electric 59-57 win for their third win this season. They head into today's matchup against Christian County with a 3-4 record. Back to you, Brody.
While you may not be able to catch the game tonight in Hopkinsville, you can still listen to the Mustangs take on the Colonels on the 99.5 fan radio station. Our volleyball team is heading to regionals next week. They recently played a championship game against Bob Jones High School, ranked second in Alabama, and came home with the win. Here's some more about the tournament coming up soon.
So next week is districts, and then we have regionals the week after that. And then if we win regionals, then we'll have the first round of state at home, which is super exciting because we've not had that since my sophomore year, so that'd be 2 years ago.
To see more of McCracken's volleyball team in their next game against St. Mary's, check out the school's social media pages for more information. The McCracken County cross-country varsity teams had an invitational here on the school campus on October 12th. For varsity boys, Eli Warford ranked 15th and John Wilkins ranked 33rd. For varsity girls, Sarah Kate Key ranked 7th and Aslan Sullivan ranked 18th. They will be running again at Noble Park on October 17th. The season for both soccer teams ended this past week with losses in the regional tournament. Let's head to Charlie Mort on the pitch with information on both teams' tournament runs.
Districts took place on the 7th, the boys beating Tillman going 2-0 and the girls also winning 12-0 with both teams going into regionals. As for regionals, the boys team lost to Marshall 3-1 in the first round and the girls team won against Graves 7-0 on Monday night, but they couldn't keep their lead. They lost to Marshall in the second round. Make sure to check Mustang News or other social media to keep up to date on the soccer team or other sports.
Who am I here with?
Braden Casper.
And I actually seen today you're on the homecoming ballot. I know that's crazy, but why should we vote you?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me really, but I can pop a quick dance move for you.
Hey. Who am I here with?
Landon Clark.
And you're actually on the homecoming ballot. So tell me why me and all the seniors should vote for you.
So pretty much I just think that overall I'm a friendly person, and I feel like I get along with all of my senior class, and I just think that that alone should get me some votes.
Heck yeah. Who am I here with?
Ella Troop.
And you're on homecoming ballot. So I want you to tell us why we should vote you.
I love this school. I love the people in it. Homecoming is super silly, and we're going to have a great time. That's why.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Who am I here with?
Evie Robertson.
And Jamari Crumble. And I saw you guys were both on the homecoming ballot. Why should the seniors vote so?
'Cause we're really good at dancing, and you should want to see us dance.
Can you guys show us some moves? Ooh, booyah. Heck yeah.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Mustang TV News.
If you know someone doing awesome things around our school, we want to know. Let us know out in the hallways.
And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube page to never miss an episode. See ya!